Hello and welcome to my Let's Play of The Hunter, Call of the Wild. I'm going to jump into my existing game. I've played this game about 3 or 4 hours already. Kind of know the basics of how to hunt, not just run around like crazy. And it's pretty fun. It can be boring at times, but it's for what it does it pretty well. One of the things I did do is change the graphics settings. I have the settings on Ultra, and they're still really aliased by default. So I went into NVIDIA's control panel, added the Hunter there, and then forced it to do some anti-aliasing. That made some improvement. I also installed Reshade, which is, I think I can open it here, Shift F2. And in Reshade, under the settings, or actually under here, I turned on levels. Let's see what else. A couple things. Levels, Gaussian blur, and fine sharp. Just to try to get it less grainy, less alias looking. Looks a bit better. I don't think it's like perfect yet, but let's take a look at where I'm at in terms of the gameplay. This is a long game. You know, it's kind of like Skyrim, but like just empty. So in terms of the map, there's two maps on this game. There's a European map, and a US map. So this is the European map. I'm playing both. Kind of have both a little bit unlocked. So it's kind of a standard open world where you go to these lookout towers and unlocks like kind of a bunch of question marks. And then some of the question marks are outposts where you can fast travel to them. So I'm currently at this outpost. Kind of a good way to play the game is to find these need zones, which is where animals go and travel. And then if you've unlocked it, use a call. So for the fallow deer, there's a specific type of call that will call that fallow deer. If you go to that need zone during that time, between midnight and 5 a.m. in this one, for example, then there should be a bunch of fallow deer in that area. This one's a roe deer between 9:30 and what is that, 1:30 p.m. And you kind of just camp out somewhere, hopefully somewhere where the guys can't see you, the animals can't see you. Let's get back out of this menu. So you see at your bottom right corner, you see how much sound you're making. If you start running, you make a lot of sound. Right next to that sound icon is a visibility icon. And if you go inside like a tree, it'll turn into a thin white line. And if you get really in the shadows, then it should turn into like nothing. You have to kind of get somewhere that's pretty hidden, like maybe in here. Kind of standing inside trees usually helps. And you have to position yourself correctly. Sometimes it takes some maneuvering there. There it goes. So you can see there, not even a white line. So now I'm perfectly invisible, practically, to animals. So you can sit here
there should be a track nearby
and call the animals using your calls. So this is for roe deer. This one is for white-tailed and black-tailed deer. This one's for foxes, and this one's for fallow deer. And that's all I've unlocked so far. In terms of my character, I've spent, 3 skill points. You can put them into 2 different skill trees, an ambusher skill tree, which lets you use sense and spotting. I haven't invested in that one, and you can also do a stalker skill tree, which lets you track them better. So I've put 2 skill points into this one, which makes the tracks a bit more visible and starts to reveal information about the tracks when you look at it. Then there's another set of points. I have 2 perks. The perks are divided up between 4 different tiers of weapons: rifles, handguns, shotguns, and archery. Put 2 into rifles, 1 and 2. Muscle memory, which lets me ready my next shot without leaving aim, which is nice. And steady hands, which reduces the sway. Turn down the music since it sounds pretty loud. There we go. And there's a bunch of missions that come along. Like first steps, you have to locate and shoot an animal. Pretty easy. Going to a lookout point, that's kind of your standard, like, high thing in kind of Assassin's Creed style. And then visiting an outpost, nothing really fancy. Here I need to take a picture of a fallow deer. That shouldn't be too hard, now that I know how to hunt. That's really pretty much it. Some people, the way they play this game is they, stand up and run around. But you see, you're making a lot of noise, and pretty much all the animals freak out and run away. I haven't been attacked by a bear or anything, but basically just kind of, all the animals will scatter if you run around like crazy like this. Which is fine for getting in position, but once you're in position, you really need to lay low. So if you buy the DLC, the $4 DLC, which is kind of rip off, then you get an ATV, and then you can request the ATV, and that lets you basically travel around faster. So of course all the animals are going to scatter at the sight of this thing or the noise it makes. As you can see, the noise bar is like full. It's making a ton of noise. But that doesn't matter right now because I'm just going around. Obviously to hunt you had to get out of this thing. So kind of where you want to set up is somewhere that has a good view of like the area. And has some tree cover. So all the deer can like walk up to you without seeing you. And it's always nice if you don't have to bend down a ton, but sometimes you have to. Let's run over to this one, see if this is better. And then it's just mostly a waiting game once you get in position. You just do some calls every once in a while, and maybe you get lucky. And if you're in like a hot zone, then a lot of animals are going to walk up to you. Sometimes you can find a place where you don't even have to bend down and you're completely hidden. There you go. This hiding spot's pretty small. So this will track fallow deer. And there's also a roe deer nearby. And it's not a game for people that want to be impatient. It's kind of a slow game. But that's kind of what hunting is, isn't it? I mean, it's obviously a lot faster than real hunting. But, it's not exactly crazy. It's a lot faster than real hunting, though. I would say the animals cycle every few minutes, if you're in the right position. Because the animals are like walking around out there. And you can see the tracks of them right there. There's some pellets right there. The real tough thing about this game is trying to find out where the animals are going to be and like where their walking pattern is, because it doesn't exactly tell you. Oh, there's a boar over there. I don't have a call system for the boar, so I just have to shoot it. Of course, it's going in the woods, so I can't really do anything about it. Oh, there's another one. Yeah, it's unclear that hit. He probably just ran away. That's okay though. I was doing a lot of hunting in this area over here. I wonder if I should drive up here. Try to reposition myself. It does have an auto walk and auto run feature, which is nice. And I like how the grass depresses as you walk around on it. Kind of a nice feature, so you can see my path there. There's a cool features about this game. It looks pretty pretty. It looks pretty as well. I mean, I think if you want to take it easy and just kind of enjoy the experience of hunting, it's not too bad. Let's see where I should go. Let's try setting a waypoint. Somewhere around there. Looks like there's some stuff here, and these are cool spots too, because you can see what's going on. So there's a wild boar feed zone right here. Fortunately, I do not have the wild boar call, so it's kind of tricky for me to hunt wild boar. I could just wait around for it to come, but it's a lot better if you can call it. Try going over there by that hunter stand. These spots right here, those green spots, is places you can use to build kind of a hunter stand for a couple $1,000s, and you can get in there and wait around. But it's pretty easy just to use the trees. But they do give you kind of a good idea of where you should hang out. because the game devs have placed them there because animals are running around there. See if we see anything in terms of tracks or whatever. I don't see too much around here. And each map has a different set of missions. This mission I'm doing now. Oops. Running my car into the tree. Yeah, I think it was the other map. The other map, like, I had to take a picture of a couple bears, so it's different. Let's see, where should I go? Now, somebody on the net, if you go look at the Steam guides, they actually mapped out where the animals roam around. So that's sometimes kind of helpful. Let me open that up on my phone real quick, so I'm not wasting a ton of time just wandering around. There's an animal location map under the Steam Guide section. And then let's go to this map. Let's see. Should be a hotspot around here, so let's check out. Let's check out right there. Let's see what's going on. If you don't have this ATV, like, it takes a long time to run everywhere, which is okay. It's just really slow because it's a big ass map. So I do recommend the ATV. I would just consider it part of the price of the game. But it is kind of silly they made a DLC. They should really just bundle it in and just eat the cost. But I'm sure they want extra money. So this is a good tree to hide in. And the other nice thing about this kind of place is you can kind of see pretty far away, which is always good. Because it's always good to be able to see the animals kind of coming. So you can either take a shot at them or whatever. Trying to see where I should position myself. This is pretty sweet for that direction. You also want to look at the wind, the compass. If they come from that direction, then they'll smell you. You see, that's the green arrow right there. Every other direction's fine. It looks like there's something coming this way already. Couple boars. let them get closer since they're walking towards me. If I had a boar call, I could just make them walk right up to me. Now, usually I wouldn't go chase down an animal that doesn't drop, but I don't think I've killed a boar recently, or ever. I'm pretty sure I hit it. So in theory I'll see tracks and blood splatter. But I don't see blood splatter too well right now. Let's see if I can find the blood splatter again. I don't know. This rifle's kind of bad for penetrating, at least most of the current ammo I have. So you kind of have to do a neck shot. This is a starter rifle with a starter ammo. It's free ammo. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. And you can see here, because I shot at that boar, the animals know about it, I guess. And they tell each other, don't go there. So according to the guide, what spawns in this area is roe deer, fallow deer, and a little bit of bison, a little bit of fox, and a little bit of wild boar. And right near here should be a hot spot, according to the guide anyway. So fallow deer and roe deer is really what I want to focus on. And those aren't too bad to take out with a starter rifle. The best thing though is to find a need zone and try to camp it. need zones by themselves. If you find them, they give you experiences for finding them. So, but if you shoot a bunch of animals right in the need zone, you'll destroy the need zone, like this one. If I keep shooting roe deer there or anything, it'll get so purple that this need zone will disappear. So you don't want to just camp one spot. And I haven't camped here, so I don't know which way the animals are typically coming. But they should come from this way, as far as I can tell. So here's the animal guide on Steam. So if you take a look at it, you can see we're right here. This image is not cooperating. We're basically right here, and these dots tell you what animal spawns in this outline, this yellow outline. So it's saying fallow deer and roe deer are spawning somewhere in this area, and they kind of walk around like that. That's the theory, anyway. And as far as I could tell, this amount of purple doesn't do anything. It's only when it gets like really dark purple do the animals stop like kind of coming. I don't see anything, and usually it only takes a couple minutes, which is not good. We should go look for those need zones. There's some bunnies. If we find the need zones, we'll camp them. Kind of run around this area looking for tracks, and specifically those glowing things, which are need zones. What kind of tracks are these? Roe deer tracks. And it's not like you'll be able to catch them, but you will get close enough, hopefully, that they'll tell you where they're going. Kind of you'll follow their pattern. Yeah, and that will lead you to hopefully places like this, which is their need zone. Go the wrong way. Yeah, it's over here. Right here. So this is when they rest roe deer. So this would be a good spot to hang out. So like at 9:30. And I don't think there's another cabin anywhere nearby. But that's okay. Yeah, the closest cabin. Oh, there's a cabin right. See right there. We can go to this cabin right here. Place waypoint. And then we can advance the time based on that. Let's unlock this question mark. It's probably just a building we could build. New outpost for us. Get off this crazy thing. So you gotta unlock the outpost, claim it, and then ridiculously buildings appear after you claim it. You get a good XP reward, which is nice. And then you can go sleep for some money, which is silly, but whatever. So let's go to 8:30. 8:40 should be good. Let's rest there. So now it's 8:40. Because this need zone starts at 9. Let's go back and get our ATV. Let's also buy some rifle ammo. I can unlock this polymer tip. So the one that's free gives a lot of expansion, but not too much penetration. This one gives lots of penetration, but no expansion. So we'll buy a couple of those and see how they fare. Kind of pricey though, but maybe it works better. Let's set our waypoint back to here. it doesn't really matter if deers get scared off, of course, when you drive up, because they will cycle back. It doesn't take that long, as long as it's a hot spot, like a need zone, because they're kind of default routing to that position. Oh, here's another spot I should investigate. I got camera mode. What's that? Huh. Red fox eating zone. Resting for the roe deer. There's all kinds of dead animals here. I've never seen a red fox eating zone. I like how it says bunnies. So this need zone is until 5:30. I do have a fox calling thing, and I haven't really been able to find a fox need zone, so it's kind of cool to see one. I don't know if it matters if your ATV's close. It probably doesn't. But you can see how slow it is to walk around normally. I'm just gotta find a good spot to hang out at. One of these trees. This is pretty good. Maybe we'll find better if we go to the shadows. Over here somewhere. So right there, I'm totally invisible. Now we just bring out our roe deer thing. And then wait. And in theory, they'll walk up. Almost right on top of us. They'll spook if they get within 5 meters, but 5 meters is like super close. And as far as I can tell, the game does not care how often you use the squeak toy. They're attracted a little bit every time you use it. Up to like some crazy range, like 200 meters. If you go look at your inventory, like the road to your collar, see 218 yards, it's like super far. So they'll walk up eventually. Don't know what direction they'll be coming from, but keep getting out of the dumb shade. You also want to make sure the direction they're coming from isn't where your scent is going, which is this way. That should be alright though. Could also try this fox collar. See if a fox will wander up to me. I don't see any roe deer, which is kind of weird. Red fox feeding zone as well, right here. I wonder if that was a red fox call. What's weird about this feeding zone is I don't see the feed zone marker anymore. There's a roe deer over there. As you can see, this is a pretty slow game. You had to really kind of like attracting animals with goofy toys. Sometimes you get lucky. A couple times I've actually gotten in a hotspot where you get you get lots of animals walking up to you. And the few times I've done that, it's just a matter of like camping those feed zones. I don't know why that one wasn't active. Seems like it changed on me right as I got to it. There's a deer right there that I didn't even see. He saw me when I stood up, though. There we go. Deer murderer. Deer murderer simulator. You just gotta shoot him in the neck. And you're good. $600, 90 XP. There's a fox out there. Not that one. Bad thing is he had to get pretty close for me to actually see him. I prefer if there's a better position on this stuff. So I'm just gonna get back on my ATV. Red Fox resting zone. This would be a good place to camp out, I guess. For the foxes. How far does this fox call thing reach? Pretty far. See, I'm sure I was scared off by that stupid ATV. Fallow deer. Red fox. It's a pretty long eating spot. I guess this is like where they are when they're eating. Resting spot. Resting spot. Oh, looks like there he is. have tracked him. Yeah, he's being dumb and walking this way. Come on, dumb deer. Even if they get spooked off, they just come right back because this thing is such a long reach. Trying to get in a better position so I can actually... I'm not super visible. Oh, there's a bunch of them over there. My scent's kind of going that way, which is also probably spooking them. They're lucky they'll come back. There's a deer. Can't see me. He'll get pretty close. I'm in the shadows. Follow the sound of the squeaky toy. And there's another deer way off in the distance too. Confirm the trophy. $500, 100 XP. So go back in the shadows. Squeaky toy again. This is a good spot because it's kind of in their path. So once you find good spots like this, you just kind of just wait. Not a super exciting game, but amusing nonetheless. And what's dumb is like they just, like their friend got shot and they'll come right back to the squeaky toy. They just don't care. Like, this is not enough to keep them away. Even like this like dark purple stuff is not enough to keep them away. these collars are just way effective. There's a deer. There's actually 2 deer. There's one there and one there. Maybe if I could use crossbow, I could take them both out, but there we go. Silver lining. Difficulty 2, minor. Get that one that ran away. Takes a few minutes per for them to wander back. But pretty much they'll keep wandering back every time you do the squeaky toy. Warning call, huh? Yeah, you don't see nothing. All your friends are dead. There you are right there. You'll come back. I know it. Got no choice. Come on, dumb deer. Did you run away forever? I like how the lighting shifts in this game. It's kind of nice. Well, I guess this deer's not coming back. At least as far as I can tell. where he went off to. He could have moved to another need zone. Probably what happened. Anyway, that's pretty much the basics of this game. Pretty game. Very slow. But not too bad overall for a hunting game. I like the skills. I think the level up curve is kind of nice. Kind of feels like you're making progress as you kind of hunt. But it's definitely not one for the... not a game that if you want to be in a rush. Because you run everywhere like this, all the animals are just going to run away from you. Kind of need to find out where the animals are and then call them to you and then wait. But, alright, that's a good stuff for the episode. See you next time. Thanks for watching.